you believe the national president of the Black Sabbath fell for this? On this episode of Insane Throttle. How could a national president of any motorcycle club, whether 99% or 1%, offer to give one of their patches to another club? This is the word on the streets that the national president of the Black Sabbath Ride or Die did when confronted by a 1%er club. It seems one of the members ran afoul of some very basic protocols. Coming up, and the national president of the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club, he was punked from what I'm hearing, man. Getting contacted by this 1%er club and telling me a situation that happened. They didn't want to come on air. That's cool, but they wanted to make sure it's known because there's such controversy going on right now with the Black Sabbath, and it is so messed up that that's happening. What did you think was going to happen when you went after Black Dragon, one of the most well-known Black Sabbath out there? Well, I could say one of the reasons why everybody knows who Black Sabbath is. What did you think was going to happen going after him like that? And, you know, I have to say, I gave them their shot on my show as well to answer questions and put out their side of the story, which they did. So they can't come at me like, hey, man, you know, what are you doing? Why are you picking on us? I ain't picking on you, man. This is coming from people that were actually there for this incident. My God.
Ride or die, 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 fly. Know that they ride or die. Cody, brothers, my guys, know that they fly. Know that they ride or die. I keep
Really, with this incident and it coming out on the internet now, and I feel like I'm doing biker news again, ain't I? But anyway, letting you know they wanted this out, and hey, it's a diamond club, so they get to get it out there. But anyway, my recommendation to you, seriously, from the heart, Black Sabbath, before you're known as an Iron Order offshoot, okay? Before you're known as that, what I would do is get together, get Black Dragon back in the mix, change his status from out bad to retired. I would let the guy retired, man. He put in all those years of work. Whatever your personal politics are within your club is your business. I really don't care. But what I do care is seeing a club that has a great name starting down the road of being compared to Iron Order. And a lot of people are starting to compare you to Iron Order. You don't want that. Seriously, you do not want that. You don't want people starting to dig to see if there's cops in your club, which I know the black set's a lot different than the white set. It is what it is, so I'm not going to even speak on that. But when I heard this story, I was like, man, that guy, you guys got punked. I know you're not diamonds, but come on, really? Anyway, what I'm talking about is a certain member. There was a problem down south. A certain member had like a quasi, you know, clubhouse type of deal or business, whatever you want to call it. And they were, and this is something for everybody. If you want a teaching moment, I would say learn from this one, especially if you want to be an independent type of MC and you don't want the headaches. Anyway, he had this quasi setup where they were having bike nights. And I guess there was a certain 1% club that would show up there. And this 1% club is not liked whatsoever in that area by any of the majors, if you know what I mean. So what happens is one of the white 1%er clubs, and this is the way it's supposed to work, go over to a black 1%er club and say, hey, and they have a great working relationship. See, that's why this works. You do it according to the protocol, if you will, and says, hey, man, we can't have this stuff. We really can't. Why are they there? So then a meeting is set up, and the national president, ride or die, was told to be there. And he went there. But I heard from these sources that he was kind of shaking in his boots. And I said, why? He's a national president. They're having a sit down to try to fix everything. That's what you do when you want to avoid BS, is you sit down and fix stuff. And this other person that was running this deal was supposed to show up at it. Show up at the meeting, tell them what's going on, all that good stuff. And I guess these guys are really good friends. So the day of the meeting comes, and yes, I did hear that Black Dragon was asked to come as well, because he does know all the protocol stuff. He does, you know, he's smart at that stuff. He built chapters of them all over the country, spoke at all kinds of deals. So the day of the meeting comes, and they all show up. You got a dude that's scared, which, hey, it is what it is, I guess. Just there to have a meeting, nothing's going down unless something, you know, you do something stupid, say something stupid, then you get ready to go. But this other dude who caused all this drama didn't come to the meeting. And right there, that is huge disrespect and a spit in the face of the diamond holders trying to fix this problem. Didn't show up. They kept on asking, where is this guy? Well, I guess, you know, during all this, the president goes out and tries to get a hold of him, can't get a hold of this guy. So right now he's looking stupid. Okay, because the guy causing all this ain't showing up. And he's scared. Well, rightfully so, because now you just made a mockery of the whole process. Now, the reason why this one thing comes up, because it really did make me take a second look at the interview that I did. And I was looking at it in amazement. And I'm going to get back to the story. The whole thing that started with this was Black Dragon tried to get out a chomo from one of the chapters. And he was a friend of these, you know, the board. You know how politics works. But anyway, we were told on the air that he wasn't a part of the Sabbath anymore. Said, great, that's what should have happened in the first place. But then one of the guys said, well, are we going to see him again in 6 months? I was like, well, wait a second. What are you talking about? Are you going to see him back in 6 months? The guy's a chomo. Why? And then this happened a couple days ago when I found this out. Anyway, going back and forth at this meeting, and I'm just, you know, giving you a why thing. Of course, I don't know what happened there, what was said, any of that stuff. It was decided and asked by the dominant, get rid of this dude. He's causing nothing but issues. Get rid of him. He doesn't show up. He's making you look bad. And the national president, ride or die, he agrees. And tells them, okay, to settle this, I'm going to go get the patch. Get him out of there. And then I'm going to give you 100 cases of beer. So there's an agreement that solved this intense situation for Black Sabbath. He agreed to get rid of this member that was causing all kinds of these issues. So later on, he goes and, I guess, personally grabs this guy's colors. Personally grabs them. The next thing you know, and this is where the punk comes in, he hands him over to that said club. I'm sitting there like, you're handing your patches over to another club. I don't care if they're diamonds or not. You're handing over your club property. And I can already tell you the diamonds are laughing in their head about this one because they punked you out. And for you to do that goes against every damn thing in the world. I heard that a specific person had to go back to get the vest because they had everything, man. They took the vest, they took the freaking colors, every damn thing. But what's even more worrying is, and this is when it made all sense why that was brought up on my show, was, are they going to see him again in 6 months? Well, turns out that this ride or die, who gave his word to Diamonds, by the way, took the guy back into the club. And I'm sitting there, well, now I know why they said about this other guy, is he going to be back in 6 months? That's not a good look, man. You kick the dude out, you make an agreement, and I even heard you haven't paid up on your 100 cases of beer. That is uncool, man. You know, you make an agreement, you keep the agreement. But for a national president to be all worried about going to a meeting on a chapter basis and not dealing with actual internationals or national presidents is kind of weird for me. And then when you come out and put one of your members out bad, like you did with Black Dragon, on the internet, which was the stupidest move again, you should have handled that in-house, man. I'm just giving you a suggestion. You should have handled that in-house, because now you got this story going all over the place. You're being bombarded by negative press, which you don't want, because most of our channels are right there on the ground with people that are actually in the scene. This ain't like CNN that just broadcasts to everybody and everybody. We directly broadcast to people within the scene. And the actions that are happening right now are really making you look like Iron Order, man. You know, a lot of the stuff you came out and said, well, he was never a member of the Mother chapter. He never came out. Dude, I'd watched all his stuff before I said something stupid like that, because everybody's seen him going out there. But in order to fix this, I think, and I'm just giving you from a PR standpoint, take that status off of them and let them retire in peace, because right now you're looking real stupid. And what I'm hearing is there's a lot more coming out, a lot more drama. I'm actually going to go and get a stock in some popcorn, because a lot more stuff is going to start coming out on this stuff, man. Help you, you know. But going back to that teaching moment, don't go to a sit down all scared, for one, and your advantage is gone because you don't hold a position of strength. It's weakness. So right away, boom, you're done. And two, you don't tell a 1%er club you're taking somebody out as a member and then a couple months later put them right back in. That makes no sense whatsoever to me. But hey, it's not my business. I don't care. They just wanted it out there. So as me helping a club, I'm going to put it out there. Now, I didn't mention any names, not the other club, none of that type of stuff. That's for you to deal with personally on the street. That's for you guys to deal with, not me. So anyway, sad state of affairs, man. You can't be a national president and get punked like that. You don't hand your colors over to somebody else. What's wrong with you? I don't care if you're a freaking diamond or a freaking mom and pop club. You don't do that stuff. Anyway, that's what I think. I got the story out there for you. Let me know what you think in the comment sections. Is Black Sabbath getting dangerously close to being an Iron Order freaking clone, man, with all this drama that's going on out there? Let me know in the comments section. Rock on.